Welcome to my vlog. Today we're going to be talking about one of the issues America is facing, and this issue being the American people not allowing change to be made in our own country. And what I mean by this is that whenever reforms or change is being pushed by an interest group or just a group of people, there's usually another group that is just trying to push it back due to maybe ignorance of what they're trying to push at all, because they didn't hear about it whenever it was first being made. This goes against what they're used to, and they just kind of want to keep America the same, or they have a prejudice towards the group trying to push the issue or push the reform, kind of like in 2014 with the same-sex gay marriage reform, because that's, some people kind of can't just let stuff go. Now, the solution that I'm proposing is just to simply listen to the, the outcries of the American people and just spread knowledge of it around America, or maybe locally, if it's like a local issue, so that people more or less have more information on reforms. They can get behind it, maybe support it, maybe argue against it. So whenever or argue against it, so that maybe the reformers can change the wording or change what they're trying to push, because maybe not all reforms are correct or okay, in a sense that maybe they're trying to push something that wouldn't really help everyone, and so maybe they have to change it so that it's more likely to be okay by Congress. Now, the benefits of implementing the needs of the people and spreading the knowledge around is that the American people feel like they have more control over the government, like we were promised back whenever America was made. We live in a democracy. We're supposed to have a voice when it comes to decisions like this. We shouldn't feel like we don't have control anymore, because that's how you kind of lead into monarchies or dictatorships and such. And also, as did previously, it benefits us because that means that we have a more modern society, which is always helpful, because you don't want to live in a nation that is backwards, like it's stuck in a certain time period, like in North Korea. You throw some shade at them. And with this increase of people's voices being heard, this also increases the trust in the government, as right now the American people don't really trust the government due to a lot of bad decisions made by the government, in a sense. Maybe them covering up things that the American people didn't want them to cover up, them not implementing the changes that the American people want them to implement, maybe just them not dealing with issues that the American people want to, how it is. Usually this distrust is also usually happens because it seems like the government more or less favors big fat cat organizations rather than its own people, and so implementing the solutions to where the American people's words are being more heard by the government itself, it will make the people believe that maybe the government actually cares about us, because, and it might shock some people, as it turns out, Congress has human beings in it with emotions and such, so maybe they would appreciate actually being liked nowadays. And of course, with spreading the knowledge of, political ideas and such, it would make the American people more knowledgeable towards politics, maybe more knowledgeable towards how society really is, and the obvious one, more knowledgeable towards the problems other people are facing, like the problems in low-income cities, or maybe towns that just don't have any income because they're small and the government doesn't really fund them, or stuff like that, like places or people that aren't really being protected, like their needs aren't really being covered. And I guess overall my goal is to just kind of get the number of bills that are being passed currently to like what they were back in like the 1900s, like early, like maybe around the 50s to like 80s, whenever like America like felt good again, and whenever civil rights was going on, and specifically, as you can see here, right around the 50s and 60s, 70s and 80s areas, it was kind of big than what it is now, where it's barely even 100. And I mean, honestly, there's no harm in the American public, like there's no harm in the American public trusting the government, because we kind of elect our representatives. It'd be kind of an issue if we didn't really trust them, as seen, and doing this again, as seeing here, where, here we go, as you can tell, the trust in government has been kind of going up, and then just like in year 2012, if I can get a better shot of back in 2012, where it just kind of plummets down and is a little hard to see, but it goes from 66% to 49%, which is one of the more rapid drops. And so I just more or less hope to improve that. I just hope to improve the trust in the government and the amount of bills being passed. Thank you for watching my vlog. Catch me next time when I'm talking about more issues.